All right, guys, what's happening? Got a cool video for you today. I'm gonna be painting this rifle. First of all, welcome to the channel. This is Spartan's Den Training Academy. We do a lot of cool stuff here. We focus on health, fitness, exercise, everything good. The Lord Jesus. Get it, baby. Don't tread on me. Ammunition, America, get it. What you got? All right, here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna make this rifle here, right here, we're gonna make it look like this guy right here. This is your AR-15, and then this is your AK-47. It shoots a 5.56. You can tell the magazine is already done. It's a little scrapped up from usage, but we're gonna paint this rifle today. And the things you're gonna need, you're gonna need some kind of cutters to cut your little branches off. I've got these. These were just in my backyard, and you'll see how those work. Wherever you're at, you're gonna wanna use something that helps you blend in to the terrain. So this is some kind of like brush pine needle type thing. I'm not sure which kind of tree it is. It was in my backyard, like I said. Okay, you're gonna need some electrical tape or some painter's tape if you have it. It's kind of up to you, your personal preference. You're gonna need a cutter, a razor blade to cut your tape. And you're gonna need some gloves for hand protection. All right, and then I also grabbed some sticks because these also help with your terrain to blend in. All right, so we're gonna get started here. Okay, so just gonna have to bear with me for a second. I'm gonna set this camera down and try to get the right angle on it, and I'll try to get something cool at that angle. Okay. Sorry, I had to run in and grab my spray cans. Okay, so you see here, I've got this. It's like a darker brown. Okay, it's your Rust-Oleum. I've got this darker green. It's like a Ranger green. Okay, it's a Rust-Oleum as well. And then I have this beige, which is a really, really nice color. I like it. This is probably gonna be our base coat, which we're gonna use. And depending on the terrain you're in, you're gonna wanna judge what your base coat should be, okay? And kind of what I mean by that is if you've got a lot of colors with the beige around you, do the beige. If you've got a lot of colors like this kind of softer green olive color, you're gonna use that. But you know what? You can also, the beauty of this is you can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. If you wanted a certain color, you could do whatever you want. If you want to change it, you could change it up very, very easily, okay? There's all kinds of cool options that you can employ when painting your rifle, all right? Hopefully that's a good view for you guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start, and I hope you guys can see pretty well, can you? Yeah, you guys are pretty good. Okay, always be sure to shake your cans, okay? I'm gonna move this stuff out of the way. You set it right aside. We're gonna put our gloves on. Because when you spray these cans, what happens is it leaks out the top right here, okay? It leaks out right here and it gets all over your finger. Personally, I don't like these chemicals on me. You know, when I said at the beginning of the video, we focus on health, that doesn't mean get paint all over yourself, all right? Okay, so what I did here was, you can see on the bolt here, I covered it with tape. I used electrical tape, okay? And on the trigger, I also put tape. Trigger doesn't really matter. This is an AK-47, so this thing will shoot anything, anytime, anywhere. The Russians did a really good job at designing this rifle. There's a lot of room inside where the bolt moves and the spring is. There's a lot of room in here for dirt, dust, whatever inside here, okay? I'm not gonna really tape this part. It doesn't really matter, okay? So do a quick little spray and make sure that it's going good, all right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start on the bottom here. Just a quick spray. There we go. I'm just gonna go along the whole thing. Don't be shy at all. Just coat the thing. Not too thick. And just get the top part. Okay, a quick coat like that as your base coat, I think you'll probably be pretty good. Depending on, you know, your preference. Like I said, this is something that you can do to, you can change anything on this rifle that you want. Okay, I did turn the fan on, so it's gonna be a little noisy, so I apologize for that. Sorry, but not. Okay, the fan's gonna dry this a little bit. Okay, and while it's drying, kind of want to talk to you guys about something real quick. You know, there's been a lot of rumors and stuff in this country about us going to war with certain groups that we've designated terrorist organizations, okay? I'm going to be careful with my words because I don't want to get flagged and I don't want you guys to get flagged. I'd rather you guys have this message than not, okay? Personally, I believe that all of these little things matter, okay? Your camouflage, dude, it matters. Your mindset, that matters. Where you're going at the end of life, dude, it matters. Okay? So in order to take the proper steps, you got to have some discipline, okay? And that discipline takes practice to actually learn it. If you're not disciplined, which a lot of you guys are already, what you're going to want to do if you're not is when you know you need to work out, right? I'm going to give you an example. So when you're sitting on the couch or whatever you're doing, you know, you just woke up and you're like, oh God, I don't want to run 12 miles. Man, this is going to be so tough. I just don't want to do it. You got to tell yourself, you know what? I'm not going to listen to that inner voice anymore. I'm going to go get it and I'm going to grind it as hard as I can today. I'm not listening to that voice anymore because all that voice did was bring me pain, hurt. I'm out of shape. I'm sick and tired of this. I want to do better in life. I want to protect my family. I want to be able to ruck 20 miles. I want to be able to do the things that I need to do as a husband or a wife or whatever it is. You guys can do it. It's going to take some discipline though. You're going to have to tell yourself, dude, get up and get moving. All right. So that's your quick tip. Okay. Now we're going to come back to here. All right. Hope that's a good angle. Okay, now you got your base coat done, okay? So that looks pretty good. There's really not much to this, you guys. So now, shake this up a little bit. And now, look, it can be a tiny bit tacky. This isn't gonna be perfect. This is not a Cerakote job, okay? So, with this here, okay, and whatever foliage you want to use, whatever brush you want to use, it's up to you. What I do is I just lay it, I love it, right on here in a good position. And all I do, you guys, is this. Make sure you spray it and make sure it's coming out good. You want it decent, but you don't want to be perfect, right? It's not going to be perfect. So what I'll do is is I'll kind of set it down with my fingers. You see that? I'm setting it down. Okay? And then I'm going to come here. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do that twice. And now look, dude. Check this out. Look at how rad that looks just from one little coat of that Ranger green. Look how cool that looks. No, it's a little bit shaky. So we're gonna take that same brush, whatever. Okay, we're gonna put it in a position that I like. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now look, get it. Look at that. You guys can see it pretty well, I think. But here's what I'll do. I'll just bring it up like this and show you. Look at that. And from the top angle, look at that. And that's all you do, man. So this will take just a minute to dry. So we'll turn the fan on and just let it dry real quick. I love doing this. This is one of my favorite things to do. If you guys are going through a hard time in your life, man, you exercised for the day, you're feeling good, but life's still tough. I get it. Doing stuff like this, going to Walmart, getting a couple cans of spray paint, and getting your rifle out, and prepping it up, you know, it tends to take your mind off a lot of stuff, okay? And this, for me, is kind of like peaceful. I get to do some artwork, and I'm camouflaging my rifle. It's like a win-win. Okay, and it takes your mind off of all the stuff that we got to deal with. All right, so it's pretty much dry. There's a couple tacky spots, but I don't want to take up too much of your time today because I know your time is valuable. All right. So what we're gonna do now is what I also do too, is I also pop the lids back on here. So I'll pop the lids back on when I'm not using them. Okay, so that being done, now I'm gonna take my lighter green and I'm gonna take a different piece of brush. First I'm gonna spray it. It's coming out good. Now I'm gonna take that different piece of brush, okay? And I don't like to use too much of the lighter green. I don't. So I'll just give it a couple dabs here and there. Maybe right here. Look at that, that's so cool, dude. 1, 2. I don't like too much of it on here. But like I said, you guys can do whatever you want. Look at the pattern. Look at how cool that looks. And make sure you get underneath the thing too. Okay, that's not gonna really take too much time to dry. Again, that is the lighter green. And these stay wet for probably about 5 minutes, depending on the temperature that you're in. So this really doesn't actually take all that long. And like I said, dude, you can change it up however you want. There's patterns you can order on Amazon. There's different patterns you can order on some different websites. It's kind of cool, actually. I kind of dig this. So you can see the pattern already, and we're not even done. So look at that pattern. It's kind of cool. And I'll do one side at a time. I'm not gonna flip it and do it because I kind of like to have some kind of a decent job. Okay, now, since this is just real light, we're gonna use our darker brown. Make sure you shake it up. Make sure it's coming out good. Look, you can even see the pattern on the cardboard. It's really cool. Now this stuff, I'm gonna get a little bit of a darker tone out of this. Luckily where I live, I have all of these colors. That's why I bought these 4 colors, okay? But me personally, I like a little bit of darker because it helps blend with the shade, and there is shade behind bush and trees and bark, so there's a little bit more darker stuff around here. But there is a lot of sage too, okay? And the sage is more like this color, the lighter green, and then this color in one. So again, look at your surroundings and see what you have. Okay, I'm gonna start at the end this time. Okay, so we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. Oh man, I dig it. Do the top. Look at that. Oh man, that's super hot, dude. Oh my gosh. Get a good angle like this. Woo! Look at that, boy. Oh man, I dig it. Now look, you guys can do whatever you want. Remember, you can switch it up however you like. That's the beauty of this. Get the end here. Oh my gosh, dude, this is so rad. I dig this. Get a little more action here. Perfect. Look at that. All right, look at that. Wow. Got to make sure we get the top here. Okay, so now we'll just turn on the fan real quick. Should take a few minutes to dry. No big deal. Look at that. Now I'm not close to being done. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start using a bit more of this right now, the Ranger Green. That's a little too much darkness for me. So just let it dry just a little bit. And you know, this is like my truck AK. I'm not really too concerned about this thing. I've been wanting to paint it for a while, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do a quick paint video. Pretty cool stuff. I dig it. It's important to look at like all the different diverse trees, bushes, brush, whatever you have around you. If you're around a lot of pine trees, dude, just grab a bunch of pine needles off the floor of the forest, and you can just use that. Grab some bark maybe, you know, make some bark lines, you know. And what you want to do is you can go at an angle across, you can go straight, you can go sideways, you can go north, south, east, west. It's all up to you. It's all like kind of dependent on the pattern that you want. I know there's guys out there who are going to say, oh, well, you should do it like this. Well, you know what, maybe. But you know what, I like to do things the way that I like to do them, and I'm happy with it. What I do is when I'm done with this, I'll take it and put it outside up against a tree or something, or some brush, and I'll see where I need to maybe correct some things, maybe add some color, take away some color, whatever. What's most important is that it blends in and that you're happy with it, all right? Okay, so we'll turn the fan off. And what we'll do is we'll grab this one. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay this right here, and then I'm gonna lay this right here. And here's what I'm gonna do, watch this. I'll actually do it right like this. Just cover this thing. How much battery I got left? Okay, so now I'm gonna go north and south. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You can get it an angle too. You can do this or this, whatever you want. I like doing it this way. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then I'll just do a quick bam. Look at that. Watch this. Oh, dude, it's a little bit darker. And there's a little more solid spots. That's kind of what I'm looking for too. So you can do these solids and then have your foliage mixed in with it right there. All right, watch this. I'm gonna show it to you guys real quick. I know it's not perfect. It's gonna need some work, and I'm not gonna get it perfect for you guys right now. But you're gonna get a good idea of just what it takes to do this. Look at that. It's gonna need some work. Definitely needs some work. I'm not too stoked on so much brown for me. But look, you can see how the magazine, this was painted prior to me doing the rifle. So look, this thing's already blending in with it. I love it. And you know what? It doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad. It blends in pretty well. I'm not too stoked on a lot of the lighter stuff. I'm gonna fix that. But overall, it looks pretty good. And honestly, this is all you need. This is all you really need. You don't need much more than this. But I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so I'm gonna do a couple more runs probably on it. And I think during the next video, I'll show you the full job of it being 100% complete. But you know, that being said, that's just a quick video on how to paint a rifle. Super simple, you guys, and very, very cheap. Listen, you can go get a Cerakote job, but you're gonna be stuck with that job unless you just wanna take the liberty and repaint it yourself, and there goes $700, $800 freaking Cerakote job. I'm not a fan of Cerakote. I actually did this. I painted my Cerakoted rifle. It was a multicam. I painted it with Rust-Oleum. I hated to do it, and I'll actually show you that rifle. It was a nice looking rifle. The guy did a really good job of Cerakoting it, but I'm like, dude, you know what? I'm just not happy with this. I want it to look the way I want it to look. The whole multicam pattern was just a little too much for me. With this, I can change it whenever I want. I'm not limited to having it one way. And if you need to, so say you got to bug out and you got to go to an area where this doesn't really match where you're going. You have your paint cans and your bug out stuff, and you can repaint stuff. And look, you don't have to just repaint a rifle. You could repaint anything. I like to keep maybe 2 or 3 cans of this stuff just on hand, just to have it in case I need to get anything else to blend in, like a cooler, a small cooler. I mean, this will take like a full cooler would probably take like 4 cans. You know, let's be realistic about this, you know, but if you got to go somewhere where, like I said, that's not gonna, your rifle's not gonna blend in, you can change it up. It's a beautiful thing. So look, I'll just go over it real quick. I mean, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's a little bit wet. It's kind of hard to see, but it's not bad, man. Now this rifle, I did this a while back, and you can tell that this rifle is nice and cured, okay? And it's got kind of thick coat of paint on it. And I don't know what I used on this one, but I did a really, really good job. This rifle right here, it blends in real well to the surroundings out here. It's an excellent rifle. If I were to take this and go put it in the bushes, you probably would have a hard time seeing it. It's a really, really nice paint job. Now this one, I would kind of like to get it to look, I'd like to get this one to look like this one, but in all reality, you know, it's just a lot more work. And, you know, look at that, dude. I'm telling you, man. from black to camouflage within 20 minutes, dude. Look at that. So rad. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this message. And look, we're into health here. We're into fitness. We want to make sure that our lives are the best lived, okay? Live your life to the fullest. Do the best you can in life. And I'm telling you, you guys and gals, it starts with you. You got to start making moves to where you can start uplifting yourself. Then you can start uplifting others. And you see, it's this transition of you turning into this beast that can handle anything in life. Your problems will get easier once you start grinding. Your problems will get a lot easier when you're able to see. What I like to do is I like to present the problems. So I present 12.5-mile hill runs every single day. Even though I don't want to go do it right now, I'm going to go do it. What time is it? 10 o'clock. I got to get moving. All right. So trust me, they're daunting. Sometimes my miles take like 11.5 minutes, and it's the hardest thing in the world. But through that discipline, I'm forcing myself through it. And when I get through it, I'm like, man, I conquered that. I'm healthier. I'm more fit. I conquered all those hills. And I look at the hills as problems. The hills are issues. So I look at a hill, like a steep hill, and I'm like, man, and I carry weight too. I carry about 20 pounds every run. It's not like I'm just out there cruising with no water. I carry my dog's water. I carry a pistol. I carry a knife. Somebody's blowing me up. So I'm just trying to encourage you guys to get out there and present the problems to yourself before they come. Because when the real problems come in life, you'll be able to conquer those issues with no problems, and your stress will be less, which we all want. We don't want tons of stress. All right. So, I hope you guys got something out of this video. If you guys got any questions or comments, please leave it in the comment section. If you want to email me, I respond to your guys' emails. I've had plenty of people reaching out, and I love getting back to you guys. I love mentoring. The Lord has put me on this planet to teach and to pass on information that I've learned throughout the years. And I'm very, very happy to do it. So if there's anything I can do for any of you, please email me, lakeshoreammunition@gmail.com. All right. Other than that, hope you guys have a killer day. Crush it. There's things to be done. And next video, I'm going to be doing a video on what you call the cry clips. These are cry clips. Wait, these things for $20, you get 3 of them. The best deals out there. I'll show you how they work. I'll give you my opinion on them. And other than that, I'm out. See you guys later. Have a good one.